Ain't no squares in my table, can't even have a napkin.
Right.
I can tell by your character that you cowards acting.
Go get 'em.
Cause your flow is artificial and my artificial.
Okay.
Without a
Don't just Mumble TV. Higgs.
Shatty.
Back again. Episode 12.
Nearly say 11.
Episode 12. Alright. First thing first. Cyhi. Good music, member. Kanye writer. Can't even say ghostwriter. So many projects, so many co-signs, and I mean friends with
Just a songwriter.
songwriter, sure.
Kanye writer.
I really didn't know what to say when
Songwriter.
Kanye songwriter or whatever.
Oh my god, it's a Kanye. Anyway.
Oh, song.
Yeah.
Well, problem part. Like anyway, is Cyhi, as I was saying, a lot of co-signs and things. He's good friends with Jay and Kanye, two of the biggest in the game ever since, and obviously has a lot more friends and industry friends and whatever. But he's coming out with his debut.
Is he have one debut?
No, he not having. I know he not Japan debut.
One of the project
Mixtapes, all mixtapes. So like, now he's coming out with his debut. Is he doing enough? Do you know who Cyhi is? He has written a lot of songs for many artists. The most popular one, as I said, is Kanye. Some songs that you would know too. But is he doing enough? Do you know that he's putting out a debut? Do you care?
I never know. I guess me not care, but
So what?
you know,
What do you think he's doing enough?
based on the evidence, I guess no, because I had no idea he was coming out with.
But is that on him? Like
Yeah,
how
that's
much
what
can
that's
you
what-
do as the artist?
Well, probably it's not. Probably it's good. Probably it's label. Probably it's good music. But I don't know. But somebody is not doing well. It's hard to tell because probably maybe I'm just not paying attention or looking where I'm supposed to be looking. But on the other hand, when certain things come out, you really don't have to look.
But those are already established acts. Those are people that already know and check for like, and how much smoke should we be seeing for Cyhi's debut?
Well, at least a few good music features.
Like the Kanye song I was playing.
that I heard today.
Yeah, it's a new song.
Well, more of those.
Yeah, so I'm not sure really, but let us discuss what can the artist do in general to put up. You can social media, I guess, but as far as
the artists, as in Cyhi, or
the artists in general, what can you do?
When I say the artist.
Yeah, the artist.
Artist, when I say the is
as
singular.
as in the artist, not the manager, not the label. What can the artist do?
Okay.
I mean, so like, is it just music? Really?
It's never just music. Most of the time, it's not the music. But I guess that defeats the purpose of what I just said in terms of. Well, I guess that wouldn't necessarily be the music, but the exactly.
The Kanye.
The hype around him doing a song with 2 Chainz or Kanye.
So anyway, I'm really excited for it. When it comes out, I'm definitely going to be the first one to listen to it. In theory, not actually the first person to listen to it. But you're really dope rapper. You're really excited for it. I'm not sure.
Cyhi Paul, man. Cyhi well bad, man.
Cyhi.
Run.
Cyhi.
Bunch around.
Cyhi. I think Cyhi was in my top 5 when I was telling him my top 5 out right
probably.
now.
I think the kickback music, the kickback music tape that was kickback music or the kickback.
Kickback music.
I think that in my top 10 mixtapes.
That's dope. Cyhi has so many classic mixtapes though. Cyhi has like 5 classic. The Black History Project.
Remember that song? The love song. The butterflies.
Yes.
That's my shit. That's my jam.
That was on something there.
Another one or two.
Royal Flush. Yeah. 1 or 2, both classics again. Black History Project 1 and 2. I just said Ivy League kickback music.
That
classic.
To me, well.
Black History 1 for me is Cyhi.
Gosh, forgot.
That's the one for me.
Probably is the most like in terms of what we would look for naturally, but I just my favorite. I just enjoy the album.
We were introduced to him with that.
Most of those albums we introduced when we get introduced to the artist. So they have a special.
Yeah, so we just remember that Cyhi was dope, and that's where we first learned that Cyhi was dope. So we just think, oh, that tape was amazing, and it could have been amazing for real, because I still play it.
It is.
I still love it.
It is amazing.
It could not be too. It could just.
No.
But it was really
definitely is.
So I'm not sure if Cyhi is doing enough. I'm really not sure. As I said, I think he's putting out enough music. As I suppose, I think he has put out enough
music in terms of like over the years, but you know, like when Jay-Z would say Memphis Bleak, it wasn't putting like 10 songs for the year for Cyhi is not good. Like he can't be putting out 1 song every month on average, or less than a song a month.
Why not? How much music should that up and coming rapper come? How much songs per month?
He has been up and coming, you know.
Yeah.
So I think like he needs to be more in the people's face, like putting out like 3 songs for the month.
But suppose he is doing that.
Well, I guess it's just the marketing and in terms of like making more people aware.
Because then the argument comes out what the biggest rappers in the game is it just the people with the best marketing that make it to the top then?
That and and who is behind them at the time when they choose to get behind them, because we easy putting on somebody now probably or most likely won't have the same effect as when he put on Nicki and Jizzy. And just like if Rose probably should put on somebody now, it wouldn't have the same effect as when he did with Meek and
Wale and Meek.
Whatever, man. I just twist my splits.
So yeah, we're not sure if Cyhi is doing enough. I'm excited to hear it because I know Cyhi is dope and it's his debut album. So I'm excited in terms of that. But I get what you mean in terms of not hearing much about it. It has been very quiet. But I'm not sure
don't want to exactly God, I don't want to go fuck around and compare it to an album that obviously it would be unfair to compare him with like Chance or the 444, Jay-Z or something like that. Like
that wouldn't make sense to even
exactly.
bring up. Yeah. So anyway, I guess we don't know if he's doing it. I think we're not sure how much the artist can do other than putting it up on the social and Twitter and Instagram and whatever like that, releasing music, putting out good music. No pun intended.
Ah, pun intended.
Nah, it really wasn't.
You piece of shit.
Nah, it wasn't. But like, yeah, I don't think, I'm not sure what else the rapper is supposed to do.
And guys, just give us your take in the comment section.
Why?
We really need it. Anytime you guys see that we struggle to come to a conclusion, just leave your comment. Leave your, what's the word?
Suggestion.
Yeah.
Or something.
That wasn't the word.
It will work with it. Yeah, so, alright, so off that now. So, SaveMoney, I said.
What's the other thing?
Kendrick. Alright, so it's SaveMoney.
Let's do SaveMoney.
Alright. TDE right now is the camp that is almost held in the highest regard, or is held in the highest regard in terms of dominating the streets, in terms of lyrical music, and not even just lyrical music, but real rap there.
Because good music could have something to say about that.
Fair enough. But it's still not the same. It's not the same. They have different styles of rappers.
They have a wider range.
Who have a wider range. Good music.
Good music. In terms of like, you know, agree? Like some will be more choppy and less lyrical.
Yeah, most of them fit a specific mold. A Kanye mold of being kinda conscious at times, but not necessarily.
Remember them have Sean,
yeah.
Pusha.
Yeah, they have Pusha and Cyhi.
Cyhi.
2 Chainz in the same Kanye, Big Sean, Travis Scott mold.
Well,
But I guess that when if you think about but it's not just about spitting. Like,
but wasn't that the argument lyrical?
Lyrically what?
We were saying that they're
said they're more rounded. They said they have a wider variety.
No, in terms of like certain songs you probably won't hear come out of TDE.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying, but most of the artists fit that mold. Regardless of if they're lyrical, they make a certain type of song, as I said. That we wouldn't hear.
What did you say TDE was held in the highest regard for?
Being, I said lyrical music, but not even lyrical music, but just quote unquote real rap. But just being one of the crews out that make good music, quote unquote again, that make, you know what I mean, that people sit out here doing it, that in the mainstream, plus they still stick to the core.
SaveMoney.
And I never get to that yet. But like, so TDE, as I said, they have Kendrick, they have Absol, they have Schoolboy Q, they have SZA, they have Isaiah Rashad, they have J.O.O.D.
Isaiah in the no, Isaiah, SZA in the rap. Or in the rap, what we gonna talk about?
Talk of.
Are we going to include SZA in the conversation, seeing that we're focusing on the rap?
I was just saying, I was just putting on the table what TDE offers.
Okay.
So I was just saying like TDE dominates and does their thing.
Even the president punch.
Yeah. Really dope. As good as any one of them. Probably better.
Yeah. You know that was coming.
But SaveMoney is another clique that's up and coming. are they the closest thing to TDE in terms of talent and in terms of the style or how they seem to have different acts? Sometimes they might not even know that they're on the same label, but they are doing the thing, like Add Future, for example.
Like Add Future is a perfect example.
Similar to
SaveMoney because they're really not record labels.
Yeah.
To be fair,
it's TD. Well,
TDE is a record label.
Black Hippie.
Black Hippie is just what they call the four.
Yeah, that's similar to SaveMoney or Black Hippie.
Yeah.
Is actually similar to SaveMoney or Add Future. Like just the clique of friends, as they're saying, as they write. Like that's a good point.
But the thing is with SaveMoney and Add Future, like,
in case you don't know, SaveMoney is Chance the Rapper's. Is the clique that Chance the Rapper, Vic Mensa, Joey Purp, Tokyo, Nico, Saba.
Yeah, Saba and as I said, Nico Segal.
Segal and last name?
And I think that just did come to me. I think that
Segal, as in Steven Segal.
Something like that,
Yes,
Nico.
I hope not. But shout out to Nico.
Yeah. And a lot more.
Yeah, so
but
the dominant ones would be obviously Chance. Nico is not Nico would be like their Scissor, even though he doesn't sing. He's a musician. He plays instruments. He plays the trumpet. He sings and shit.
Yeah.
I've never heard him sing before, but no, I'm not saying he doesn't sing, but I'm saying like shit.
Because even I think he was I think he lived.
He used to be called Danny Trumpet, in case you know that name.
I think he laid a couple verses on the Surf.
Sir, probably. I think he just played instrument and the trumpet and shit. So
but them SaveMoney and OF they're like Black Hippie would basically strictly music. They're different in that sense.
It's not necessarily. I don't think so. I don't think that's how it started. Like by the time we caught on, or the mainstream or the world caught on, they were already music, and they already were in that phase where they probably already bonded and had that family like coming up.
I'm
and
not talking about like the camaraderie, the family thing. I'm talking about like what they do together apart from the regular life, like the SaveMoney, the videos and the SaveMoney. So
biting
they do a whole lot of stuff, and with Black Hippie, apart from hanging out, they just make songs.
I don't think that matters what we're talking about.
No, but I was just
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, cause I was saying, like, it doesn't seem like, oh, you might not even know that you have to know basically that Vic and Chance on the same level. But some people still will not know, and they will know Vic Mensa and no Chance. Those are obviously casual
Vic
fans.
Mensa and Chance are not on the same level. They hang out, they rap the same clique.
When I said label, I meant SaveMoney. The same clique as you said, not Rock Nation. Because Vic is obviously SaveMoney Rock Boy. Chance is
independent.
Allegedly independent. It warrants allegedly.
I don't know, more like
warrants allegedly.
Like allegedly not independent. Allegedly
whatever. Alleged industry, something.
He's not.
Alright then. And we mentioned that now. Why? Well, TDE is winning obviously because of Kendrick and Schoolboy Q doing what they're doing. But Chance, no. is...
Chance,
No, but that's one, and he's not doing better than Kendrick.
no, not yet.
Yeah, but he's going to be that caliber, definitely. And Vic though, but Schoolboy Q is...
But that's what I was just going to say. In a couple of years from now, a whole big chance of it probably, even if Absol gets big, it would still be SaveMoney just because chance is there. The poster child.
Fair enough.
The culture.
Vulture.
Mama said he culture.
So as I was saying, like it might seem like an odd question, but SaveMoney, it might seem like an odd question because SaveMoney isn't, as I said, Vic don't do numbers like that. Chance don't have a debut yet, but the bubbling, they definitely heating up. But one person that adds to it that really made me bring it up in terms of skill and potential is Joey Purp. The fact that they have him too, so it's like a like
but
they have
heard someone's verse and it was like and the eye drop. Well, it was like all of us went to prep school. And
I'm walking fast, so like I was type of that shit.
Yeah, that was someone. That was someone. Yeah. And he was I got my city doing front flips. He was the other hook guy.
So okay, I have to check him out, pay a little more attention to him. But as I was saying, I brought it up because of Joey Purp. Like, which clip do you think has the most talent, skill, potential? When you look at Isaiah, Kendrick, Absol, Q, J-Rock, and then you look at Joey Purp, Chance the Rapper, Vic Mensa, and Tokyo Saba. Which do you think SaveMoney will be a household name the way T.D.E is in a few years? And do you think, which one do you think has more potential?
Even if Vic Mensa doesn't doesn't eventually do Schoolboy Q numbers, he'll still be a household name. I think he's a pretty popular artist, and as long as the music is good, I think his popularity will just grow. It will just improve. So, but that's still a real hard question because, whoa, TDE is Rasta and then name them out, and then like Isaiah, Kendrick, Absol, then Q, Rock. Like,
the punch and the bench.
Yeah. Boy.
Hard to compete.
Like, for now, I would say TDE. For now.
In terms of star power and potential.
Yeah. Not necessarily potential, in terms of star power and skill, like currently.
So you think we're expecting some more dope rappers in SaveMoney?
And not just more the time, the consistency and the projects like from Joey Purp and more from Vic Mensa and then Saba.
So as I was saying, should Joey Purp get more of a mention? Do Vic and Chance do it? Does Vic and do
I never know how to go
plural? Do Vic and Chance do enough to help him or do? A lot of times artists like to build up the fan base on their own.
Yeah.
And and not just rely on a cosign. I like to have a fan base that fuck with you because you can rap.
Like you need like basically most rappers they like to have like a song or the big song that they would like to have a big song with no features basically.
A hit song.
Yeah, a hit song with no feature. But I think that the Chance was on the eye drop.
So was Vic.
So was Vic, and Vic especially.
Always
Always, like always hear him say Tokyo and Joey Purp. So I think that I guess Chance can do a little bit more. But I think they do, and Joey Purp getting more popular. He not just drop the eye drop, but still just drop the eye drop, and that was his first project, I think.
I think I was watching an interview and he said he has one more or two more. I'm not sure though. I think I might be right, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if he has one or two projects before.
That's the first one, the first body of work that I've listened. I've heard him on features and other stuff. He has this song, I'm not sure with this other SaveMoney guy, Austin. So I'm not sure. It was like the real shit. Some of the real shit. It was like the Toby Conover, the Herb Leave You Red Eyes. So it was you know the song that the next time I go have to pick up that song. It was like some of the real shit. I don't remember the words right now, but it's crazy.
So you think that a good amount of Chance and Vic fans listen to Joey Purp or not really? I don't think so.
Probably not, but the die-hard thing, like people, the fans from the SaveMoney fans, definitely. Like if you knew that Chance was in SaveMoney or was listening to Chance before all of this, more than likely you will know. And even if you don't listen to him that much, you still will probably be a fan or know that this guy is really good, if you get what I mean. Yeah, because he was even on the Vic tape,
Internet
tape.
And Vic brought him up to, he and Vic went up to Sway's Universe.
They went up to a lot of, they did a lot of
promo together. Yeah, so Vic does always, as I say, you know, Team Vic. Vic always, I don't do my people dirty. If somebody wanted beef with me, they wouldn't have nothing to talk about, because I don't do my people dirty. Anyway, shout out to SaveMoney, TDE. So that's it. That's it, finished.
Kendrick.
Like, it's over 30 minutes.
So we have to talk about this the next time
Again, we're supposed to talk about Kendrick. The last episode, and we didn't have enough time. We know you don't want to sit down here for an hour yet.
No, but it was the plan. We meant to do this. Well, the anticipation.
Yeah.
The moment.
We're teasing the Kendrick topic. So yeah, for real though. Yeah, really dope conversation too. Because we're saying that what direction will Kendrick going after he said that this album, Damn, was a combination of To Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid, Mad City. And we're wondering what direction will he going now. He did this, then he did that, then he did this. Will he go back here? Will he go there? Will he continue straight?
Probably will do an R&B album.
R&B.
Never know.
Kung Fu Kenny. So we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that next time.
Next episode.
Episode 13.
Not by Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think before that, but
Friday latest.
yeah. So like, comment, make sure you comment.
Yeah.
Subscribe, notification.
Opinion. That was the word. Opinion.
Yeah, not suggestion.
Opinion.
Where were we? Comment, subscribe, like, share. Don't just Mumble TV.
Hit the notification button.
To
Bell.
make sure you get them. If you don't want it, you just exit off.
Nah, we know you want it.
Yeah, and no, but even when you exit, you can just go to your notifications, so you don't have to worry about that. Don't just Mumble TV. Bigs.
Shatty.
Out.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep all of that shit. You're gonna keep all of that.
Tell the government that I'm coming for coroners. Even foreigners aren't safe from the reign of the eagle flying beneath you. I teach you to read the science. Feed the lions that eat you. I need you to be defiant.